Welcome to the very first episode of SupportCraft, where we are going to be taking a look at various different crazy, wacky new builds for support champions in Season 8, seeing how well they do. I'll explain my ideas with each build as to why I think they do well with each champion, then we're going to play a few games. Now, the first champion we're going to be going over for SupportCraft is one of my favorite champions that got me all the way up to Diamond 4 in Season 7, which is Taric. Now, the goal of this build is to have an almost unlimited supply of mana to continue being able to use Taric's abilities while simultaneously being able to continue beating down on champions that are running away or champions that are just standing there, because if you've played Taric before, you know that his passive allows you to continue using your Q ability as long as you keep getting off the auto attacks. So as long as you have a unlimited mana pool, you just be able to keep continually healing yourself and your allies, as well as continually being able to use your other abilities. Now, the path we're going to be taking with Taric is going to be going down the inspiration path, and our keystone that we're going to choose is Glacial Augment. Glacial Augment, when you're attacking enemy champions, it will slow them up to 40 to 50%. Depending on what time it is in the game, and you can use this on an enemy champion every 7 to 4 seconds. Now, what this is going to do for Taric is, as you're chasing down a champion, or as you're beating on them, it's going to slow them down, so it's going to allow you to use more auto attacks on them, as well as provide additional peel for your supports. Our greater rune that we're going to be going with is going to be Biscuit Delivery. Every 3 minutes until the 12-minute mark, you're going to get biscuits going to restore your health and mana, as well as permanently add 40 mana to your mana pool for each biscuit that you use or sell, up to 160 at the 12-minute mark. So that's going to allow you to use your abilities more as it's going in the game, as well as provide some sustain in lane, as Taric can get poked down pretty easily. And our lesser runes that we're going to be going with is going to be Magical Footwear and Approach Velocity. As for the Magical Footwear, you just get free boots at the 10-minute mark, and it provides 10 extra movement speed once you do get those boots. And for Approach Velocity, that's going to let you get movement speed towards nearby ally champions that are movement impaired, or enemy champions that you impair yourself. That's going to allow, as well as the Glacial Augment, in order to keep on your enemies and be able to get off your auto attacks and continue your healing and shielding with your abilities. So as for the secondary path we're going to be taking with Inspiration, we're actually going to be going down to Precision Tree. Now, with those two combined, that's going to add plus 20% Potion Elixir duration, which is going to combine with the Biscuit Delivery that you have, and it's also going to give you plus 20% attack speed, which is going to let you use your abilities faster, because you're going to be able to auto-attack faster and get that cooldown. Now, as for why we're going to be taking this path is almost entirely based on this rune, Presence of Mind. It states for 5 seconds after gaining a level or takedown, which is either a kill or assist, any mana you spend is going to be fully restored. So what that's going to do is every time you level up, or every time you're in a team fight and enemies are falling, you're going to have free mana for the next 5 seconds, which on Taric is going to be amazing. As long as you're getting auto attacks off on the enemy champ, or even just a minion that's standing by, you're going to be able to give your allies free health, free mana, and you're going to be able to get your cooldowns down on a faster level. Now, as for the last rune I would take Legend Tenacity, which is going to give you up to 20% extra tenacity based on how many kills and assists you do on the enemy champions. I would take that because Taric himself is not very mobile, and that extra tenacity can really help him in some sticky situations. Now, without further ado, let's get into a few games, see how this rune page does for us. Alright, so our first game is going to be versus Ash and Rakan. Personally, in my experience, Taric's done pretty well against Rakan, so this might be a pretty good laning phase for us. You've got this, Tris. Come on. There we go.
should be safe. There we go. Needed it. There we go. That'll work. Too bad a land at the moment. Oh man. That lethal there. Straight to the face. They're gonna be using it behind like that. Alright, she's getting the work done. That is a nice pickup. Still kind of scary. Chase too much. Almost unlimited mana at the moment. Yeah. Wow, that beast is ridiculous. And I think that's it for this game. So I'd say that last game went pretty well for us. I didn't really see too many problems choosing the runes I had. The only thing I noticed every occasion is I actually had too much mana. At times, even with repeatedly being able to auto-attack and heal with Taric's Q. Rather than that, though, I was pretty satisfied with that. We'll play a few more games, see if it stacks up game after game. Alright, so our second game today is going to be against Twitch and Scion, which is a little more aggressive than last game. I could have done that a little smoother. That'll still work overall, though. I'm still getting all the kills. I guess I'm gonna do his Taric, but I can handle that.
My destiny.
Trade at this point. Wow. He's actually surviving more than I thought he was going to. Impressive. Some damage, I'm just going to keep healing him up.
So that was the second game we played with Taric support with the build we've gone with today. I really seem to be enjoying it. I feel like I'm able to put out a lot of damage. As you can see, the early kills I've gotten on people, I was also able to save several people through a lot of healing that I was able to do through that, through his Q and just being able to keep auto attacking and keep resetting that Q. So I'm pretty excited to continue using this build. We're gonna play one more game today and see whether we can pull out a third win or not. Alright, now we are currently on our fourth game, going to face against Rakan and Zaya. That'll be a skill match, but if you noticed, I totally skipped over the third game because I'm not even going to show footage of that. That was just an absolutely embarrassing game. That wasn't anything to the Rune pages. That was just me constantly dying. I was facing against a team that had every single person that lost CC. I just kept getting caught and caught and caught. So I will put that to my own blame. But we'll see if we can do better this game. That's a good beginning for our fourth game.
Why do they break so easily?
They aren't made like us.
I played that wrong. I didn't think you'd be able to get back that fast, although it is Rakan Zaya. He does have his E to dash back, so I should have thought that.
No, I didn't see.
go on both sides. That doesn't happen.
Ally has been slain. Unstoppable.
That was a good teleport.
Elegance never helped win a fight. Stars. Stars are eternal. Stars were the question.
God, trust me, I got your back, buddy. Look at that. Cool.
Shut down.
Yes. Ah. 15-minute surrender. Well, that makes my life easy. Alright, so that was the end of our 4th game played today. We only showed 3 games, but the 3rd game I played was just too bad in order to show. I was way too embarrassed. But overall, with this room page that we played, we had 3 wins, 1 loss. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I think we did pretty well overall. Well, that'll conclude the first episode of SupportCraft. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.